Welcome to PyCon AU 2024. My name's Peter. My pronouns are he and him. I am your conference director. It is so great to have you all here. Thank you for wearing a mask. Having everyone wear a mask makes it possible for people who wouldn't otherwise be able to attend to be here safely, and it helps us to, those people are here to attend, to speak, to help run the conference. We wear the masks not because we like wearing masks, but because we like those people, and we want them here as well. Going to start with a bit of safety information. We all deserve to feel safe, comfortable, and welcome. We have a code of conduct. We mean it. If at any time during the conference you feel unsafe or want to report questionable behavior, please contact a member of the safety team. If you're not sure something is worth raising, talk it through with the safety team anyway. They can help you figure it out, right? Some of these calls to the safety team are, okay, we will urgently get someone on site, and some of these calls are, do you feel okay with it? Thank you for bringing it to our attention. We'll make a note of it. Like, little things, big things. If you feel uncomfortable, the safety team is your contact. Some notes about culture of PyCon AU. We don't do that here. We don't trash talk other communities, whether other programming languages or other groups. We don't act like we're better than them. Like, this is PyCon. We're here because we love Python, but that doesn't make other languages worse. We love them too. They're all wonderful. We don't assume people aren't technical. Don't assume someone's not a programmer. Like, this is a programming language conference. If people come here, there is a very good chance that they are into programming. Don't lead your questions with, why did you come to a tech conference? Open your conversations with, what tech do you work on? We don't make jokes at the expense of others. Punching down isn't funny. Please don't. If you see things like that happening, most people don't want to be part of a community where those things happen. It's a good idea to just say, hey, we don't do that here. There's more notes about culture on our website, pycon.org.au/culture. We like our in-jokes, but we don't want people to feel excluded for not getting them, so some of them get documented. You are very welcome to send us a GitHub issue to say, hey, could you explain this? Because it's come up in a few talks and I don't get the reference, and we'd be very happy to tell you about the wonderful lightning talk from 3 years ago that about half of our speakers have seen. It was a good one. Watch the recording, it's amazing. Yeah, please don't judge us too harshly about the website code when you look at that repo. Like, we've all been there, right? Now, our bathrooms. They are marked as gender neutral. They are all gender bathrooms in the expo hall and outside the Goldfields theatre. If someone's in the wrong bathroom, just carry on with your day. They know which bathroom they need. They'll work it out. If you would prefer to be in agendered bathrooms, the bathrooms in the public parts of MCEC are open to everyone and are gendered near the AV desk behind the Goldfields Cafe. Those are the closest. In the bathrooms that are ours, the two nearby ones, we are supplying some basic supplies for people. Take what you need, leave some for others. If you need tissues, tampons, pads, deodorant, toothbrushes, and so on and so forth, there's some spares there because, hey, I know a lot of people flew in here, and if you forgot to pack some of the basics, well, we got you. All good. Other people are in the same boat, leave some for them, please. The conference Wi-Fi, and I'm going to talk very slowly about this to make sure everyone has enough time to scan the QR code if they're trying to join the Wi-Fi. Details are there. The network is called PyCon AU. The passphrase is ask a sponsor. You are very welcome to ask a sponsor for the password to the Wi-Fi. They love that joke. Mostly they love that you're talking to them. Please talk to our sponsors. They're wonderful. All right, I don't see too many phones still pointing, so I'm going to take this off now. Here's a map. There is a lot of things on this map because we're a good conference with a lot of good things. Number one, Goldfields Theatre. It's in orange. That is the room you are currently in. It is the biggest room with the biggest stage, the biggest audience, biggest screen. I think the presenters in all of the rooms are the same size, but in general, this one's the biggest. Right next door in red is E. That's the expo set base. That has the rego desk. That's where you first came in to pick up your badge. That is where we will be catering lunch. Only the lunch break is catered. If you want snacks at morning tea or afternoon tea, you can pick them up at the Goldfields Cafe. There's restaurants nearby. We do provide coffee until 4 p.m. If you want your coffee, get it by 4. Rooms 2 and 3 in green and purple, just outside, that's Eureka 2 and 3. Those are the other rooms that will have talks in them. In yellow at the top of the map is the AV room. If you are a speaker and you would like to test your laptop to make sure it's going to work with our AV setup, there's a test station there, and also right next to it is a speaker's lounge. If you want somewhere quiet to sit down and work on your slides, hey, a bit last minute, I was doing the same thing, it's fine. That's where you can do it right at that next to the AV station. There's one big thing that's not shown on this map, and that's something we call hallway track. If you've been to other tech conferences, you may have come across this idea before, but when you come to a conference, like you look at the list of talks and go, wow, that's really exciting, like all these things I can learn about. That's not the best bit of the conference. The best bit of the conference is the people around you. The people you will meet in the hallway, the conversations you will have in the hallway. We call that the hallway track. Talk to people. People love talking. People love being talked to. This is why we keep coming back is, we come for the talks, we come back for the people. That's what the hallway track is all about. There's also an organizer office upstairs. You shouldn't have any reason to go there. If you do need to talk to the organizers, speak to any of our volunteers, anyone with a brightly colored badge. Regular attendees are all in white, and the organizers, volunteers, safety team have much more brightly colored badges. You'll be able to see them, and if you need to get there, we can take you. Now, speaking of the hallway track and the conversations, we have communication stickers. If you would like to advertise your preference for how you talk to people, there's stickers you can put on your badges. We have green circles to say, I am happy to chat to anyone. We have yellow triangles to say, happy to chat, but just check with me first, maybe not right now, I'll let you know. And we also have red octagons, like a stop sign, that just says, look, stop, I am not ready to talk to people, I will come to you if I would like to talk. The stickers are reusable. You can peel them off and put other ones on. So if you're feeling really happy in the morning and a bit overwhelmed in the afternoon, take one off, put on a different one. That's what they're for. Please respect people's preferences. Don't rush up to anyone who's got the red sticker on and be big and loud and in your face and like, hey, yeah, we got to chat. Like, that's what the stickers are for, to let you know that they're not ready for that. The Discord. We have an attendees Discord. A lot of you have already joined. The link is in your email. It will be the email that had your ticket in it, the most recent email you've received from PyCon AU 2024. The hallway track happens on Discord as well as in person. You can chat to people on Discord. Yeah. Helps you to get organized and social and share photos and things, and to organize birds of a feather sessions. So there's a bit of detail on our website. URL's up there. There's a board near the registration desk, I think, that has a place you can write down. So birds of a feather sessions, these are like small self-organized sessions, right? If you have come to PyCon to meet people, but you'd like to meet a particular type of people, like maybe you've traveled from, say, Canberra, and like, I want to meet some more people from Canberra. Organize a Canberra birds of a feather session. They're there for lots of things. Programming, like functional programming, queerness, crochet, board games, running, anything that you might like to just find some like-minded people, you can organize a session on the Discord and on the whiteboard. I'm going to describe the Pac-Man rule. So this is part of those having welcoming and open conversations is we follow the Pac-Man rule. And the Pac-Man rule is that when you talk to people, like in a small group, you form a circle, right? Here's a circle. You've all seen circles, right? And we say, leave a space in that circle like Pac-Man. And you leave a space in that circle so that new people can join you. That is being opening and welcoming and just inviting space for, hey, I'm here to chat. You can come in and be part of this conversation. And when those people join you, make a new space. Welcome more people. If your group's gotten too big, and it tends to happen naturally that you'll split into smaller groups and you'll work it out, don't worry. That's not the only rule. There's also the snowball rule. Every day, try to meet as many new people as the number of PyCons AU you have been to. If this is your first time, that's going to be really easy. You will meet one person every day without trying. That will happen accidentally. If you're like me, this is my 9th PyCon AU, 7th in person, 9th in total. And it takes a bit of work. And this rule is to encourage the people who've been here before, the people who are experienced, who know what they're in for, go out, meet new people, welcome them, bring them into the community. Like, we're here to have a good time, and having people who are experienced and have been here before going out to do that, that helps to bring them in. Lost and found, if you find something, let a volunteer know. If you lose something, ask a volunteer. The volunteers have coloured badges, green, I believe. Volunteers have green badges. If it's not green, people with green badges will help too. T-shirts. From lunchtime, if you ordered a T-shirt, you'll be able to pick it up at the registration desk. Bring your ticket, like the QR code that was attached in your email, the one that you used to check in at registration. If you need to swap sizes, or you will be able to do that hopefully on Sunday. There might be some leftover T-shirts. We will find out tomorrow. And size swaps, pending available stock. Like we've ordered enough for the size you indicated when you ordered your T-shirt. We'll see what we have for if you need to swap sizes. Now, I'm going to talk about our sponsors. We can't run this event year on year with discounted tickets and our financial assistance program without the help of our generous sponsors. So if we could start clapping for our platinum sponsor, MongoDB, platinum sponsor, the Python Software Foundation, gold sponsors, Kraken and CipherStash, standard sponsors, Google, Elastic, and Acorn, startups at PyCon AU, Multitudes, and Ikigai. And of course, we cannot run this event without the logistical and financial support of Linux Australia. Yes, sponsors, we love them. Thank you, sponsors, for sponsoring. Please do it again next year. I would be grateful. That's right, we do love you, sponsors. And now it's time for one of our platinum sponsors to come up to give us our sponsor address. From MongoDB, we have Katie Bell. Katie, welcome to the stage.
All right, we're good. All right, I'm Katie, and I want to, before I talk about MongoDB, I want to take you back to 2011. Imagine yourself in 2011. I was pretty early in my tech career at that point. I had been to a tech conference before. I felt really out of place at that tech conference. I kind of decided that I didn't like tech conferences generally. And then in 2011, a friend of mine tried to convince me to come to PyCon AU. And in not only that, to give a talk at PyCon AU, which was terrifying. But after multiple attempts to convince me, I did relent and agreed to give a talk along with a friend of mine. So this is me giving a talk, my first ever conference talk at PyCon 2011. It was a long time ago, and I absolutely loved it. Like the Python community, the PyCon Australia community has been super welcoming, and I have kept coming since, so I've lost count of how many PyCons I've been to now. But anyway, earlier this year, I joined a company called MongoDB, and I really like working at MongoDB, and it turns out they were already excited about sponsoring Python conferences, so it wasn't just because of me. They'd recently discovered that Python developers actually use MongoDB and seem to be increasingly using MongoDB, and so it would be a good idea to get involved with the community and have that kind of open dialogue. We can get feedback, find out what people are working on, and be able to build a better MongoDB for Python developers. One of the most notable ones, actually, who can tell me what the most popular database is for Django developers specifically? Yeah? Postgres! You are 100% correct. Postgres is a really awesome database, and it's used by a lot of Django developers. But it was kind of surprising, at least to the people at MongoDB, that 8% of Django developers, according to the JetBrains Django Developer Survey, also use MongoDB. And Postgres is a really awesome database. It absolutely deserves to be up there. But MongoDB being on this graph at all is kind of weird because there isn't like a supported Django MongoDB integration. So MongoDB is working on one. If you have opinions about Django and MongoDB and how they should or should not work together, it is currently in a not ready to use state, but the code is out there. I can point you at it. If you have opinions on how this should or shouldn't work, I would love to talk to you. So please do that. I don't work on it myself, but I can put you in touch with people who do. The other thing is Python developers. A lot of data scientists use Python. A lot of data scientists are working with LLMs and AI stuff. There is a workshop on Monday using Atlas Vector Search to do RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. I do believe the workshop is unfortunately full at this point, but that is one of the other reasons that there seems to be increasing usage of Python, of MongoDB in the Python community because of this feature as well. But if there is anything at all you would like to talk to us about, please come talk to us at the MongoDB booth. There should be someone there, or you can find me walking around, or I'm giving a talk later today. But mostly we're just really excited to be here at PyCon AU. I love this conference, and I hope you have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katie. All right, thank you, Katie. Great to hear about MongoDB. Great to have MongoDB here. Let's continue. So Katie mentioned our workshops. Our workshops are sold out. They are full. So they're running on Monday at the development sprints. If you registered for a workshop and you're not going to be able to attend, please let us know at the Rego desk so that we can give that space to someone else. If you would like to join a waitlist for a workshop, again, ask at the registration desk and you will be able to sign up there. Right, more things about our wonderful conference. Lightning talks. 11:30. Lightning talk, 11:30. Ooh, all right. Submit at the Rego desk before 11:30. Sorry for the wrong slide. Really want to edit it live, not going to. So, for anyone who is not aware, lightning talks are talks which are 5 minutes long. You get 5 minutes to talk. While you are talking, someone else is setting up. You end, they start, back to back 5 minutes. Like, it is a great time. You can give a lightning talk on, you can submit a lightning talk on any topic you like. Our lightning czar, Christopher, will decide if you get to give a lightning talk. I would encourage you to submit one. They are wonderful. We have 2 boxes for submitting lightning talks. If you have never given a talk before, there is a first timers box. We love lightning talks to be a way for you to get your first taste of being on a stage. There is a second box. If you have previously given talks, you know what it's like to be on a stage, submit in that box. And we will be able to choose an appropriate mix of new speakers, experienced speakers. Everyone will have a great time. Any topic at all that might be of interest to the PyCon community is welcome at a lightning talk. Doesn't have to be about programming, doesn't have to be about tech. Last year I gave one about the Fast and the Furious. It was great. Jobs board. We have a jobs board out near the Rego desk. We have a jobs board channel on the Discord. If you are trying to hire people or you are trying to be hired, great place to put your information. Yeah. Information for speakers. If you are a speaker, in the break before the block of talks that you are in, talks are in blocks of 3, so you might be the third one. You still need to be in the hall that you are speaking in 10 minutes before the end of that break and stay there for the entire time. So if you are the third in a block of 3, you're going to watch 2 talks. Don't worry, every talk is great, so you'll be seeing good talks anyway. But yes, stay in that hall until your talk. We do not like to lose speakers, and if we lose speakers, sometimes we cancel their talks if we're not sure they're going to be there. Now, for those blocks of talks, we need session chairs. People need to introduce the speakers, thank the speakers, give the speakers gifts, help do Q&A sessions for speakers. Room monitors run the room. Session chairs just look after the speakers. If you would like to be a speaker, just come up here at the front after the keynote and we'll talk to you about being a speaker. There is a sign-up sheet. I believe we're still looking for a few for later today and a few for tomorrow. So if you're interested, find the post-gen announcements, sign up, and come up here for a rundown on how it works, because we won't just drop you into a cold. We will tell you what to do. Great. And now we have one more thing left, and that is